Hey guys, how's it going? You join me today in the new car that I've decided to name Denis. One, because I like the sort of ring to Project Denis, and two, it's named after my unfortunately deceased grandfather. I'm not going to go too much into it, but yeah, that is a new name. I do appreciate all the names that you guys left in the comments. One in particular caught my eye, that name Norma. Now that name is reserved for a specific car that I'm going to be getting at some point in the future. I don't know whether it'll be close or later on, but yeah, a bit of a spoiler for you guys. And yeah, like I say, again, just thank you so much for commenting and just taking part. Sorry that I didn't pick the names that you guys suggested, but thank you for suggesting anyway. So now let's look at Denis, and also let's see what £300 can get you. So this is the 1.25 litre, and for £300 you get a reasonable amount. We have the leather seats option, front and back, quite good condition. Even the leather carries out throughout the doors, the door cards. We also have front and rear fog lights. Just the rear window demister, not the front. I don't know what that thing is. It's probably some aftermarket alarm of some sort that could have been installed. Not sure. Not an expert on these fully yet. The radio, pretty simple to be fair. Has had some... I feel like it's had some new speakers in, because I've been in these Mk5s before and the speakers don't sound as good as they do in this car. And it's got like little speakers just up here. The boot button is included, which is always a nice little feature. We also have air conditioning, and yeah, so for £300 we've sort of bought a top spec Mk5 in a way, because it's even got the spoiler and some nice alloys on it. Now obviously with spending £300 there is going to be a few problems, and there is oil and oil filter to do. I've got all the filters like the air filter and pollen filter to do, which will be quite interesting to do videos on, because the air filter on these, it's one of the air filters that's on the top of the engine, so it would be very interesting to sort of put that online, because I've been searching everywhere and I can't find how to do it anywhere. As you can see, just behind me, that rear windscreen wiper is not complete. It's got a bit missing off the arm, so I think I'll have to salvage one from the scrapyard or something. And by the feel of when I lift the boot, it feels like there's not even a motor in there, because it feels quite light, because I can quite confidently say that somebody has had this at some point and attempted to modify it. But with the rear windscreen wiper, it seems like they could have tried to do a wiper delete and sort of gave up halfway. The windscreen washer jets do not seem to work properly. The brakes need doing because they are very thin. There's not a lot of life left in them. They work just. Also, like I've mentioned before, the rear tyres need changing because they are somewhat perished. I inflated them a bit the other day because the rear ones were on 23 psi, and I usually like to have about 29 in and 31 in the front. It's a nice even sort of psi for a car of this lightweight sort of thing. Right then, let's start her up. And let's go through potential mechanical things that need sorting. So, when we start the car up, rather nicely, we have no warning lights on the dash. Touch wood, and yep, it all seems to run quite smoothly. The only thing is, I don't know if you can hear it on camera. If you can hear that, whenever I put the clutch down, the noise goes away. But I'll just put the camera down here real quick and do it. So clutch is out, and I'm gonna... So I think I'll put that down to a dodgy clutch bearing. The next thing that needs sorting is these stalks, because when I turn the wheel, if you could probably clear as day hear that's it catching on something, and I don't quite know what, but The only thing I can indicate from this is that it's coming from the indicator. See what I did there? Haha, I'm going to stop with that right now. But on a serious note, watch the indicator as I turn the wheel. Can you see that? Can you see how it moves? So it's obviously something to do with these stalks here. So I'm gonna have to unscrew all this and sort that out. Also, just to top it off, a couple of bulbs don't work. There's the reverse bulb and one of the front fog light bulbs that doesn't quite work. But at the all said and done, at the end of the day, like I said in the last video, this is a £300 car. I'm not expecting perfection. To be honest, the fact that it drives and it's got 5 months MOT, I'm amazed enough at that. So the future for this car is, at the moment, I'm not actually driving it permanently because I'm permanently driving Norman. My dad's just using this to get to work and back, just keeping it running so it's not sat in storage and seizes up. But eventually, when he sorts himself a car out, I'm gonna have this back and it's gonna be in storage. And I think I'm sorting all maintenance out first, and then after that we're gonna start on mods and we're gonna make this car look amazing, absolutely amazing. Because one thing I can't wait to do as well is get that rust treated. There's a bit of rust on the back 2 arches, nothing mental. I've had a knock around and you can't quite go through, so there's no like proper brittle parts. It's just all seems to be somewhat surface rust at the minute. So there is a lot to look forward to with this car. It's already partially been modified, I guess, because it's got the spoiler, which I know it's kind of stock, but still, it's a spoiler, man, come on. And the wheels, which are quite nice, the Fox alloy wheels. So this car has a lot of potential and is hopefully going to go a long way. Also, we have electric windows and this weird thing, if you can see that, there's a light in the where the door handles are, and it's looks quite nice at night, to be fair. It's kind of cool. I've never seen that feature in one of these before. I don't know if it is something that you get with the car or maybe something that somebody's modified in the past. So guys, that is the closer look and proper introduction of Denis, the newest Fiesta, to the Gaza 9919 garage, to say. He doesn't look like much now. He's got quite a bit wrong with him. He drives and that's about it at the minute. So let's see what we can achieve in 2 years, maybe even a year. Let's see how we can make that car look, because ideally I am going for showroom condition, and that is, it's quite a bit of an ask for a Mark 5, because I know most of them have a good reputation of rusting away. But we shall see how we go and see if we can get it sorted. There is the Mark 5 outside now. It probably won't focus on that. Hell no, it ain't gonna focus on that. You can just take my word for it. But that is it for this video, guys. And I hope you liked it. And if you did, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and also click that bell icon for notifications on future uploads. But until the next time, guys, peace.